back to the Purdue Softball Show. I'm Cory Palm with head coach Maggie Frezzotti. Coach, you came back from the bus trip to Huntington, West Virginia, 2-3 on the weekend. Just overall thoughts on the weekend. I know there were a couple really close losses, one in 10 innings, which is wild, and then a couple wins where your bats really came alive. Just sort of what do you take from that weekend?
Well, the two losses hurt a lot. It was a tough day for, I think, everybody. Saturday was a really tough day because, again, you feel like you're in it, you're giving yourself chances, and you just can't catch them out soon enough, fast enough. So, as long as we can learn, I'm not going to be upset or holding on to that. Like I said, we gave ourselves opportunities, and we have been in every single game we have played this season so far. And that, to me, says a lot about where this team is going. We may not be walking away with every win we won right now, but we are competing every pitch. We are adjusting. We are in the fight, and we're showing up. So that overall, in terms of the weekend, that's my biggest takeaway. And again, Sunday we bounce back, and it's like, oh my goodness, can we hit like Sundays every single day? But it's good, right? Because it's easy to check out after two tough losses. Mm-hmm. And again, they bounce back, they show up, ready to make a statement and compete a little bit harder and take advantage of the opportunities instead of leaving runners on and that type of thing.
Definitely. We'll talk about Sunday in just a bit. The win over Radford on Friday, it really came down to, as I was going back through the box score, good offense, but super timely hitting. You guys scored 7 of your 9 runs with 2 outs, mm-hmm. including the big inning late, which kind of blew the game open. Just to be able to get the hits, getting hits is awesome. Getting hits with runners on is even more important. It's not about just getting hit; it's about the situation that you get the hit in. And how much confidence was your offense having that night in that regard?
I think they have confidence every game, to be honest. I think they know that we can do it. I think they know that we are in a physical position to be competitive in the box. And we actually talk about this Sunday morning that, how, regardless if you believe in God, the universe, destiny, that there's this lesson that you have to learn over and over again, mm-hmm. and it's going to continue to present itself until you learn it. I feel like the runners in scoring position, execution, like that's our thing, that it's going to keep coming back. The game always finds you and always gives you the opportunity again. And again, we did it on Friday, that game, and we did it again on Sunday. Mm-hmm. So the more we do it, I think the more confident we're going to be that, yes, it's going to happen. 2 outs, 1 out, no outs, doesn't matter. We're just going to be that team that can do that.
The thing that jumped off the page to me on Sunday was 11 hits, 10 runs, only 2 extra base hits. You had a couple doubles. It's not long ball. It's not leadoff triples. Sometimes it's just a workmanlike, get a single, move around, come in on another single, get a sacrifice, score another run, steal a base. To be able to win in different ways, because we've seen this team hit for power.
Right. And
we've seen this team, hit in the gaps. And then, maybe just a couple back-to-back singles is enough.
Yeah. Yeah, again, like the quicker we can figure out how to win that game that we're playing at the time, like you're saying, every game presents itself differently, the quicker we can figure that out and adjust and execute to the need that we have to win, then the better the chances we're going to have. And, a lot of singles. Marshall was playing as deeper on Sunday, so that already that tells you something too, that we have the ability to do both, right? We have the ability to hit deeper and for power, but also have the ability to, with a single, make that a double, push some extra base hits, steal some bases, and that.
That's interesting. As a coach in a weekend like that, maybe you're getting close to conference play where you'd be playing 2-3 game series against the same team. How much do you adjust your defensive strategy from inning to inning, game to game like that? If you've got a team that they're shooting for the gaps today, so we're going to scoot back, try and keep everything in front of us, or they're maybe trying to bloop things or slap things or whatever, so we move in. How much do you shift in the course of a game.
If we see a trend, if we see a pattern, we make the adjustment. I was actually sharing with my assistant coaches that I was listening to this podcast of this guy. He is a former Argentinian basketball player. He played for the Golden Generation. I don't know how much.
Okay.
With Manu Ginobili and all that. But he's a lot into research and neuroscience and all that. And he was saying that a lot of people think that mental toughness is what makes an athlete great, and research shows that it's mental flexibility and your ability to roll with the punches and adjust and respond according to what the environment is giving you. So 100%, if we see an opportunity there, and that kind of happened the second game against Radford, they were hitting a lot of singles. Emma was pitching a good game, so it's like, we haven't been burnt yet. Let's bring the outies in, knowing that we have the ability to also track balls back. So there's an example of,
Love it. That's great stuff. Maddie, Eilish goes the distance for the win against Marshall. She's now the 5th pitcher on staff with a win this year. Does that confidence, I know you've got it offensively and defensively, spreads to the pitching staff, I would imagine, too, right?
Absolutely. We have 6 people that can compete in any given day, and then the more they collect that evidence of, I have done it, I have a win, I have thrown 7 innings, 5 innings, all of that, I think it's only going to make us stronger as a pitching staff.
Sage Scarmato continues to lead the way with a 425 average. You've got 4 hitters north of 320, 2 sophomores, 2 freshmen. Just, man, the youngsters are really delivering consistently for you right now, and that's just got to make you feel great about this season, but where this thing is going.
Yeah, 100%. What I love about the most is just watching Sage compete defensively and offensively is such, like, for somebody that loves competition and sports, you go watch Sage, she's diving all over the place, throwing from her knees, getting hit by pitch, hitting a single with an expanded pitch out. Like, it's just, she's competing, and it's so fun to watch. But yeah, like you said, freshman, I'm assuming you're talking about Mariah, Rai, Soup, Ashlynn. She goes by Soup.
Yep.
Chloe, they're getting it done. So yeah, it's great.
And I was going to get the Soup in a minute. We'll go there right now. She's Big Ten Freshman of the Week, first Boilermaker to get that award since 2018 when Sid Bates won it. And for an old guy like me, that's like 2018 is like last month. That's 6 years ago. That's a stretch where this wasn't happening. Now it's happening again at Purdue. Just talk about her weekend and sort of her development the first month.
Yeah. Soup shows up every day, and she expects high things from her. She has really high standards, and it's a good recognition, right? Like, sometimes people do really great things and they don't get the recognition, and it's as important as it is. But for her to say, hey, you're doing great things, we see you, you're a big deal right now, I'm sure for her feels like a confirmation of that she is doing the right things. Something funny, I called Soup to tell her that she was going to get the award, and she goes, oh, really? I didn't think I do anything special. Huh. So that's just Soup, right? Like, she just shows up and works. And if she doesn't perform at 100, she's going to be, like, thinking about what should have done better. So, again, we talked about self-motivated people last week, and she's an example of that. She just wants more for her and her team all the time.
I love it. I love it when you get recognized for greatness and you didn't think you were particularly great. That means she's not capping herself. She knows that there's a lot more there. That's awesome. Speaking of, you already mentioned Mariah. Is there anything she can't do?
I don't know. We're trying to figure that out.
Man, she's good. She's good in every aspect. She leads the team in doubles, leads the team in home runs, leads the team with 12 steals on 15 attempts, hitting .350, covering most of the outfield from her center field spot. Just she's been a real star for the team so far.
Yeah, 100%. And like you're talking about the 4 years, like the rest of the season and the 3 ahead, she's just so talented. And we know that we can continue to coach her and develop in a way that she's going to even have more tools. She's a beast.
Love it. One last stat watch, as we do every week. 44 steals now on 50 attempts on the season. That is historically just one below where the program achieved all of last season. That is 44 steals is more than 5 of the last 6 seasons total, and you're a third of the way through the year. It's been an awesome shift. I love that you're leaning into the strength of the team, and it's leading to offense so far. So I'm not really looking for a comment. Just bully for you guys and keep it up. It's a lot of fun to watch. Yeah. Let's see. This weekend you head down to Fort Myers. Mm-hmm. Take on some really challenging competition. You've got a couple games against Pitt, a couple games against 12th ranked Florida State, mm-hmm. and then close it out with Western Michigan. Mm-hmm. Just one last road weekend before you get closer to home next week and start looking at Big Ten play. What are you challenging the girls with this weekend? Your message?
A little bit of what we talk about, right? Like being able to execute with runners in scoring position, knowing that we are going to put people on, we're going to be able to move them one way or another one, and just being able to getting it done when we have the people on. But yeah, I mean, the whole season we have been playing a really good schedule in terms of level of competition. So I love that we continue to get challenged no matter where we go, no matter who we're playing. Like Pitt they're hungry. Florida State, we know, like the last 5, 6, 7, 10 years they have been a powerhouse. Mm-hmm. In Western Michigan, they're a fairly new program in terms of coaching and whatnot. So. Yeah, I mean, we got to keep getting better. Like, that's the goal. And if we can do that, and we can do that through conference play, then we're going to put ourselves in a good spot to compete in May. That it's kind of where we want to be at.
Love it. I love it. Well, good luck down in Florida. That wraps the show, but we're going to move on to the way we close everything every week. Let's meet Maggie. This week, pick a number between 1 and 8.
5.
5, number 5. The biggest difference between living in the United States and living in Argentina?
Oh, boy. Well, in a not so fun way, safety is one of the things. It's not the safest, not in a way that maybe some American think like you go out on the street and like the wars happen to you, right? But just the way you live your everyday, that you have to be paying attention to everything that is happening around you because things are not the safest. That's one of them. Like just my stress level, it's a lot lower here because of that. But in a not so fun way, we're a culture. Argentine is a culture that is very affectionate, and we always make time and find time to hang out with family and friends. And even if you go to bed at midnight on a weekday, like things that are like, what are you doing this to yourself, right? But we really prioritize and celebrate the moments that we get to spend together. And I do that with my family here, but just culturally, that's one of the things that maybe I miss a little bit, just being able to have that physical and emotional connection with people you love.
I understand that. Maybe a little something that both cultures can borrow from each other in that with culture safety versus show of affection. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
One more. Let's go one more.
1, 2, 8. 5 is out of the question.
5 is out of the question.
Let's go 1. Number 1.
Number 1. Favorite snack food?
I'm not a big snacker, but softball season makes me eat a lot of candy. I'll tell you that. Like, I'm not somebody that eat candy, but it's available, and we're, like, snacking all the time. We have this thing that I kind of brought from my previous job at Montana. My boss used to buy high chews. I don't know if you know high chews.
Yep, I know high chews.
So I always get high chews for the team at each game. And funny, we're talking about soup. Apparently, she ate 20 high chews in one game, and she said that she should be recognized for that. That has to be some sort of record. So I don't know. I don't know what my favorite snack is, but I like snacking during season.
I love it. I don't know that the Big Ten has a high chew sponsorship deal, but maybe they need to.
Yeah, I mean, they need to start making some phone calls. I don't know.
I love it. Maggie, good luck in Florida.